Hi everyone, today is day 3 of our interview question solving series. Uh, Today's the question is, what is the best decision tree for Facebook's people you may know feature? And I guess every one of us must be aware of about this feature, and every one of us must have interacted with this feature once in a life. So these type of questions, when I talk about these type of questions, these questions generally comes in the category of, we can say, product sense. And if I want to be more specific, so we generally solve this type of questions when we have to improve our product thinking, or we can say this is our product improvement case studies. And these type of case studies are also important when we have to tackle when we are planning to tackle questions like product design as well, because and these type of questions are important in today's time, because we can understand that the feature of Facebook which suggests people you mail, this must be some kind of algorithm which is working in the backend and suggesting us, he could be your friend, or you might know this person like this. And you can understand, and you can get an idea that in today's world the YouTube recommendation algorithm work the same way. If you are using Zomato, or if you are using Amazon, the recommendation feature generally works in the similar way, and you have to define some preset rules for the algorithm, and then you have to train the LLMs based on how the user is interacting with your recommended feature or recommended data. So this is one of the important case, or we can say this is one of the relevant case type that we can study nowadays, or we can expect from the interviewer as well, because this is highly relevant in today's world. And these are some of the points that are already mentioned in the question, so I have written it over here. So you can say these are the hints, or this also include that on what basis the interviewer might judge you on your answer. So, and you can also take it as a hint for your approach as well. Point number one is, what are the real life signals for identifying friends? This can make sense. You can also brainstorm some ideas before watching the video, or you can pause it here. What data does Facebook have? And did you come up with a clever ways to suggest friends to Facebook users? This is the point on which the interviewer will judge your assumption, or judge your uh, solution. And one more thing, we have to make a whiteboard tree for this whiteboard tree on how this decision tree is work. So let's start with the point number one, which you can also tackle this. So what are the real life signals for identifying friends? For making it more easier, let us assume A and B are two people. A and B are two people, and we have to make assumptions, or we have to identify the signals in real life that how A and B could be friends. Okay. So number one, and the most easiest which we will be, they both could have a common friend. So does A and B have a common friend C. I'm not while assumption. I'm only taking the real life examples. I'm not using any rocket science or any kind of framework. I'm not using any kind of framework here. I'm just using the real life signals that you can also identify within your life, or how you have made how you have met your new friends as well. We can say, does A and B goes to the same school? Makes sense. There could be, you must have your friends within your area as well. So does A and B lives nearby? Fourth could be, does B ever lived near to B? Near to A, sorry. Fifth could be, does A and B has attended the same event? This event could be your college event, this could be some kind of marriage or anything you want to consider. Uh, does A and B works in the same place? Or what could we think about more? Uh, yes, there could be one more. So these are the real life cases, and if I talk about the online presence of a human, so does A and B follows same page on Facebook, same page on Facebook, or have similar interest? So according to me, this could be. I think this could be enough. We can also add the college itself, but I think I can add the college part uh, in the school. Yes, school or else college. And if you think about more, I think that's enough. I think that's enough for solving our case study. Okay, so let's start with making the whiteboard tree decision tree. So how would we making the whiteboard decision tree? Here should be, should we suggest B to A? So the first could be, do they share a common friend? So let me write it in short form. Shares a common friend. We could have two answers of these. If there is a yes, and there could be a no. When there is a yes, yes, recommend, suggest B to A. This is one of our cases. Second case could be, share the same interest. But we cannot suggest just based on the same interest. We have to move further. So the second could be like similar posts. We have to filter it out. Like similar posts. Similarly, there could be two answers. If there is a yes and there is a no. If there is a yes, we have to suggest B to A. Next would be I should write it in a straight way. Is yes. Does A and B work in same place? Or we can add the school part here also. Does they attend the same school? If there is a yes and there could be a no, we know what if there is a yes, we have to suggest user B to A. Next would be there could be one more thing that likely happen in the real world scenarios, that we already connected a person over mobile phone or email or any kind of platform, but we are not connected to that person over the let's say for example Facebook. So that is also an important case. Already know via number or email. Yes, this is one of the important case, because you have seen in the Instagram that Instagram asks you to sync your contacts as well, number or email. So there is two answers will be there, yes and no. And when there is a yes, we have to suggest B to A. Next could be, you can say, lives in the same place. Lives in the same area. Again, there could be two response. There is a yes and there is a no. And we must have understand when there is a yes, we have to suggest that B could be your friend, and when there is a no, these are the cases where we have to suggest that B could be your possible friend or no. But just like I mentioned to you in the previous videos as well, that I have already solved these questions, and I try to brainstorm with the ChatGPT itself. But when I showed my answer to ChatGPT, he mentioned that there are something missing in this approach. And what is missing is, so the ChatGPT response is, ChatGPT said that there are many people who attended the same school but didn't know each other, and we can all agree with that statement itself. There are people who attended the same school but they didn't know each other. And what ChatGPT mean here is, there are two cases. Let's say there is some person who was studying in a different section and you never got a chance to interact with them. So that could be one thing. And so one is never interacted, and second one is also never interacted, but there is a catch. Here the catch is that person, let's say B, attended in 2003 and A attended in 2012. So there is a huge gap between them, and it is not necessary that they might like to be friends, and that is not a case. So that is what ChatGPT highlighted. So how can we define this thing? How we can upgrade this? So that upgrade could be, we can use a point system. Now, what would be our point system is? So we can add a few criteria that if a person like here we are using only single criteria, that they are, if they are working in the same place or have attended the same school, and on the basis of single criteria we are giving the response, or we are making a decision. But because ChatGPT have highlighted that there could be a problem like this, so we can use a point system where we will highlight three criteria, that after fulfilling the three criteria, only then the recommendation system will recommend a person. So one could be, they must share a mutual friend, share a mutual friend. Second could be know via email, or phone. And third could be attended the same university, attended the same college or work thing. And to make it more precise, we can add at the same time as well. So by adding the same time thing, we have tackled this problem that was highlighted by the ChatGPT. Okay, now moving forward, I have shared this updated approach with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT again wanted me to highlight a better algorithm for the student market or the college market. So what could be the better algorithm for college or student market, and why ChatGPT wanted me to work to give a better algorithm for college and student market is that, so the pain point is that we haven't tackled, or we haven't in the point approach, there is no dependency between the variables. Like there is, if we talk about age and school, so this means we are targeting the people who are of the same age and attending the same school in the same year. So there are two categories. Let's say they are age at school and age at work. Now you will agree with me that when we are in our school period, or when we are in our universities, so there is a different kind of friendship that we have with the people we are working or learning with. So generally, as the human mind says, so this indicates strong friendship. Indicates strong friendship. And we are in the era where we want to explore friends, we want to make new friends, and at this time our personalities were developing, and we were meeting a lot of people, and that is how we were making new friends. But when we talk about age x work, so I am considering here is that the working age, when we are at work, the friendship that we are making with the people is not as strong as we made in the school, and this period is called the mid professionalism at this stage the people generally focuses on their personal life, or let's say family, or its professional life only. So by ChatGPT, these factors are not likely to be providing very accurate recommendations. So we have to refine this approach as well, and the final refined approach will be approach, or let's say final algo with B. We will be taking that the, that A and B have attended the same college at the same time. Next would be they have similar age group, and there could be some fixed percentage of mutual friends. So this is the end of our case study, but what there is one thing that to be noted is that, so we came up with a basic approach, that this is our approach, that so we came up when we make our approach with only let me explain you. So our first approach was where we were using only one criteria for defining or suggesting whether a person is your friend or not. When ChatGPT gave us that there could be some problem with the single criteria approach, we came up with another approach, that is the step 2. We have refined ourselves, and after the second approach as well, ChatGPT again came up with a problem that this might could be the problem, and we again refined our approach. So this is what seen into the interviews, that are you able to correct yourself, are you able to correct your solutions, or are you able to think creatively and give answers strategically, and how you can approve and how you can tackle when the interviewer is grilling you. So this is what basically our answer is not mattering here. Answer could be anything, and I'm sure that this is only the 1% of how the actual algorithm might be working. So where the aim is to not solving the actual algorithm here. The aim is to show your approach and how you are tackling with the cross questions asked by the interviewer. So I hope this might help you in your future interviews. And yeah, thanks. Bye bye.